All right, what is up, my family in my fam diggity? What is up, everybody? Here we are. Um, we are about to witness a scrub racing master class. They are doing a sprint race. This is the first time, first ever Fridge Gamer. Um, hold on. What's up, Santee? That is the Heat Seeker, Resident Heat Seeker. I remember the name, but what is up? So, this is the first time that I commentate over a sprint race weekend. Am I excited? Yes, I'm excited. Of course, I'm excited. More racing, higher stakes racing, especially for that sprint race, because those are bonus points, right? And so we might see some more aggressive driving, especially for Mr. Santi over here. Um, Maybe some drunk driving from Buzz, but so that means we should have what, two qualifyings, essentially two qualifying sessions, one for sprint, one for the actual race, if I'm not mistaken. Um, but yeah, so welcome to Scrub Racing. We should be getting started here soon. Sandy, you can't drive? That might be good for the rest of the grid. There isn't a missile with heat-seeking lock on other drivers. I'm just messing with you, Santi. But while we wait for the lobby to begin, let us take a peek at. Oh, god damn it! I clicked the wrong thing. Let us take a peek at. Ooh, I almost broke my controller. Let us take a peek at the standings. So, I think there's still. Let me double check actually, real quick. There should be. Where are their standings? Oh, it's on their website. Speaking of which, they have a website, which is pretty cool if you ask me. Okay, I gotta close out of that. Stop, stop. I gotta go to my history because I have to find it. There it is. There's their league. Refresh. Okay. So they have, not including, yeah. So after this sprint race weekend, they'll have Mexico, Abu Dhabi, and Qatar to finish their season. So three races after this one. Um. Let me just double check. Okay. So yeah. So three races, not including this one. Um. Sorry, but so what we see is a ridiculously tight race for the World Driver Championship this late into the season. So, how many weekends total is that? So that'd be 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 plus 3, 12. A 12-week season. Um, quick math, quick math things. But so 12 weeks, and essentially, yeah, 75% of the way through the season, we have 1 point between first and second, and then another point between second and third, and then only 18 points between third and fourth, and then 10 to fifth. So these top five people all within grasp of each other for the World Driver Championship. The league owner Buzz being the main leader, and that was with a 0 points finish at Singapore, and Sunbeam winning, maximizing his point gain last weekend at Singapore. And then the constructors is also very close. Williams v Aston Martin, the Aston Martin of Buzz, and the Williams of Sunbeam. So, I mean, these two leaders for the World Driver Championship really having a solid second driver for their team, meaning that they're in contention for both, not just one. So that being said, we are now loading into the lobby for the sprint qualifying. Let me make sure actually. So because I stream to their channel via a stream key, um, I need to have the chat open on my phone, as like I'm like on my phone I'm watching this stream because I can't dock it in OBS because it's not linked. I don't know if you know what I mean, but I know what I mean, so it doesn't matter. Um, Let me just hit a quick self promotion for myself. Hold on. I need to also promote this Twitch. Just need to get the link. Boom, boom, so that I can promote it in my own league. Nope, that's the wrong one. I need to hurry up because I see people. Um, okay. So that should be that. I see some people leaving the pits for their outlaps, so I am very quickly running it. Are there people? Oh, okay. Again, different qualifying strategy because of the sprint weekend. Um, let's see who else. Viper Assassin is the second one out on track. Chester, shout out to Chester. Had a solid finish, albeit he had a 10-second time penalty in the last FSR race, but always happy to see him have any kind of success. It was a little could have been better, but let's see how well he can do here at Barcelona for this scrub racing race. You know what? I do what I want, so we will be observing his outlap and his hot lap. Um. Oh fuck! I didn't transition. Whoopsies! Hold on one segundo. Boom. Look at that. Need to pay attention to chat. Beautiful. There we go. And then super quick, I just need to make sure I have the scrub chat open. Okay, there we go. Perfect. Everything is set up as it should be. So Chester electing to do his hot lap on softs, which could be a bit of a risk just because of the sprint weekend. Um, you get less tires in comparison to a regular race because you have those two qualifying sessions, and so braking just at the 100-meter board, sliding through the chicane nice and fast. Ooh, I think he really pushed the limits of that rear wheel traction, holding this kind of winding right very, very well. Braking a little maybe early. I would say maybe 50-meter board, maybe 45 meters is the perfect spot to brake if you're really, really pushing, but still very, very good. I mean, we all know that F1 is very, very marginal, and so every single thousandth counts. So far he looks very much in control. I would so far as guess that he has practiced this track before, maybe especially practicing it today to be fully ready for this race. See, this corner right here for me just absolutely crushes me, as well as this following one. I just try to get on the throttle too early and I slip on the rears. It's just, not enough practice for me. But here we go, utilizing his battery to the maximum, not really hitting the apex there, but able to maintain grip. Finishing with a 114 is not fast enough, even remotely. I should have been watching Viper Assassin. A 112.6? That is insane. That is absolutely ridiculous. Buzz setting in a 113.3 on the mediums. The fastest medium runner at the moment is Habibi, actually, not Buzz Do Work. Let's see, Narwhal coming across the line here on his first hot lap very, very shortly. A significant amount of the grid electing to use the softs for qualifying. And what will Narwhal get? Narwhal P8. Not very, very impressive anymore, as we see low 113s and a mid 112 from Viper Assassin, the Ferrari. Very, very competitive in this qualifying session on that one lap. He honestly very well may just head into the pits and not even go for another one, or just not use another set of tires, just in case, in the absolute worst scenario, that he needs to use these softs. Actually, no, they would get returned, wouldn't they? So, yep, would not happen. There is a Haas crossing the finish line, but I think it is just like a, yep, it was just a harvest lap. But he didn't really harvest maximum battery, so not fully expecting much improvement from the Haas of only use me sticks. Let's see. Yep. Oh my god. A pit. Yep. Also pitting is Habibi. We'll be pretty happy with that lap, I would say. There's a kick about to come across the line from their hot lap. Does not appear to be very, very fast. Appears to be Was that invalidated and I just didn't notice? I think it might have been invalidated and I just hadn't noticed. But yeah, there's still an Aston Martin. Is that Henry Charles? Yes, invalidated hot lap. That absolutely sucks in the sprint qualifying when it matters a little more to have a perfect or as close to perfect first hot lap. Wiki Monster not exactly very controlled in attacking these apexes. Kind of yep, hitting the apex a little early, really kind of pulling out. Oh, he is letting the McLaren through of killing Toast maybe. It is killing Toast indeed, so he has already sacrificed his lap. I guess he will continue to harvest. The McLaren actually losing it and going into the wall. Has he received damage? I don't think so, but still, we'll have to come all the way back around. This kick will be starting another hot lap at the end of these last three corners. And the McLaren most likely... Oh no, he will be able to harvest maybe up to full battery. So just needs to give himself enough room between himself and Wookiee Monster. Wookiee Monster in the wall? Wookiee Monster, are we okay? What's going on? Let's focus. Let's focus. Henry Charles. What will he cross the line with? He will cross with a 113.6, enough to put him in P7. We were talking about the leaders. So Sunbeam, still in the pits, has not left the track yet, or left the pit lane yet. Buzz do work doing a solid job of putting in a good qualifying for the sprint weekend. Choosing maybe to do another hot lap here shortly on the mediums. I guess they do last a little longer. Either that or he's on an in lap. And so yeah, we're seeing a lot of the medium runners go for more than one hot lap on the same stint, which would make sense. They won't degrade as much, even though this is Spain, a decently heavy tire wear track. A Mercedes behind him, a Sargent, one of the solid top tier drivers of this grid. Very curious to see how he does in this sprint weekend. I find it very hard to imagine that anybody would improve on what is Viper Assassin's rapid qualifying lap, a 112.6. I would even venture so far as venturous to say that that is quite absurd, uh, you know, objectively speaking. Because what we have is 112.6, 3 seconds almost between him and the slowest qualifying lap. I wonder if Wookiee Monster even dares go back out on track. I don't know. I mean, if he's just not feeling confident, then there's no real reason to really use up another set of tires. I mean, at the very worst, I don't know. Would it really be possible for him to go out on his used set of tires? He is coming out on the pits. He's using a fresh set of tires. Ba 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 ba. Me 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 me. All right, vocal warm-ups there because I can't speak. Sunbeam not leaving the pits, but Wookiee Monster deciding to go out on a fresh set of softs. And is letting people go through. Ooh, he's really cooking those rears. Oh, I don't feel very confident in his ability to put in a very good lap, but he may prove me wrong. He very well may prove me wrong. I do hope he does. Show me what's what. Seems like Habibi on a hot lap. On this low of a battery? No, he's not. What is going on? That's a reset to track. Is that allowed in this league? Is that allowed in this league? What are we doing? Habibi, for your own sake, I hope it's allowed in this league. I know several leagues do not allow it, but I am unsure, so I will not say much. He has retired from the session on track. What are we doing? Will the AI impede this Ferrari? I don't know if this... No, it will not. Okay, perfect. Killing Toast also retiring from the session. I guess it is the last couple of seconds of qualifying. And so maybe people just kind of see Buzz do work on an. Oh, he's on an outlap, so it doesn't matter that it's invalidated. I don't know. Some very strange behavior for some of these drivers, I would say. Um, yeah, I don't know. I don't know. I have my own opinions about it, but look, this is not my league. I don't know their specific rules, so you know, Benny did improve his lap by about a tenth, it looks like, but just nowhere near good enough to take away Viper Assassin's pole qualifying lap. Um, there's an Aston Martin stopped on the track. Oh, that is Buzz do work. Letting a Mercedes go through. That is the Mercedes of A Sargent, as A Sargent is starting a hot lap, I do believe. No, that was his hot lap. Improving by 2/10? I don't know. I think that's just a bug. This is his actual hot lap, I would imagine, as he is pushing. Really whipping it through that corner, already losing it. Not great from Mr. A. Sargent. Very unlikely to improve, I would say. Unless he just, yeah, he's already a tenth and a half slower. So it's going to be very, very rough work from him. Is this Wookiee Monster's hot lap? With no battery usage, or is he about to cross the line to start his hot lap? He has started his hot lap. Narwhal finishing a hot lap. He is tied with his current fast lap, and so not, it's going to depend all on the difference in speed between these last two corners based on how he did originally in his other hot lap, as he does not gear up, holds 6, and kind of over revs the engine. Does he improve? He improves by almost 2/10, solidifying it maybe himself into P9. A Mercedes crossing, not enough for anything better. Chester on an invalidated lap. I, oh man, my brain is like sleeping. Sunbeam joined but isn't there right now. Okay, that makes sense. That makes sense. So Sunbeam pretty much going to have to fight tooth and nail to get any sort of points out of this sprint weekend, as Eastwind, the only other driver to hit sub 113, go into the 112 qualifying time, along with Viper Assassin. Very impressive there, I already forgot who it was. Eastwind, Qatar, Mr. Qatar. He will be having a home race, um, the last week of this season. Shout out Chester once again, finishing 6th qualifying. There are several people who, not even several, a handful of drivers who chose to go back out on another set of tires. So we shall see how that affects them in the race with less fresh tires to use. Oh man, I am so tired. Nobody, nobody tell my admins that I'm tired or that I've said that I'm sleepy, because apparently this is a stereotype that I hadn't heard in my entire life, that Mexicans are typically a little sleepy, because of how much they work. I'd never actually heard that stereotype. I'd only ever heard of they're always looking for work. You'll see them at a Home Depot, standing outside waiting for work kind of thing. So, they've really opened my eyes to more stereotypes about my ethnicity. So super cool, man. The more you know, the more you know. Um, 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 just somebody asking if I'm streaming because they don't see my channel live, so letting them know what channel to look at to find it. Man, I really wish that there was there was a way for um me to, I don't know, just some setting that I could change for the F1 game that would allow me to click off of it and it not pause. I mean, I know there's windowed modes, full screen windowed full screen for games that allows that exact thing, but it's just an F1. It's a F1 specific problem. Just for whatever reason, it just does not. I don't know. It just forces the pause, so it's very annoying. What's up, Shawarma? What is going on, homie? Good to see that you are breathing yet another day. A bit of a dark cut there for you, but funny nonetheless. I do hope. Always blessed to see another day. All right. My league admins did start a call. I wonder what they are up to. All right. Sitting here waiting for people to be ready for the sprint. For the sprint race. Will I play with my toes? My toes are okay, guys. Settle down. Settle down. Settle down. Just because I mentioned toes doesn't mean you guys should go all crazy. Formation lap, perfect. That gives me time to set things up. So, what do we have here? I actually don't know how many laps there is in the sprint race. Can I check in Race Director? I think I saw it was 11. I think I remember seeing that it was 11. So, these guys on the softs are really going to be pushing those softs for a long time. I don't know if it's truly the ideal strategy for the sprint race. It'll really come down to how good of a start they have on those softs. As you see the leaders starting on the mediums. So we shall see, we shall see. Really, Buzz Newberg, all he really hopes to do this race weekend is to get more points than, where's he at? Than Sunbeam. Than Sunbeam, who will not be in this, actually, no, he's still not here for the sprint race. So, should be nice and easy. If he finishes at least in 8th, he will get points over Sunbeam. Very, very crucial in these last stages of the season. I do need to check actually. I'm gonna pause it again, unfortunately. But who was the third one? ABZ. Why do I can't remember who that is in game. I'd have to open up the document, but you know I've already paused the game enough, I think. So get rid of this HUD. Let's get a couple down the grid. How far down the grid? 5th? Okay, that's good. That's perfect. And let's get ready for the initiation of the sprint race here at Scrub Racing, Week 9 in Barcelona, España. You know, I left some music bumping in the background. You guys shouldn't be able to hear it. I really don't think you can. But I'm bumping some music at the moment. All right, lights coming on. Get rid of that spectator menu. Give me no HUD. And we are off here in this Spain sprint race. How will we fare going into turn 1 here of Spain? It's a very, very tight chicane. We may see some collisions happen. I really hope not. Looks to be pretty clean so far, but an Alpine running what looks to be the Red Bull off track, and then the Alpine also going off track. Unfortunate to see. You don't want to see too much roughhousing this early in the race. Can I get rid of that? Thank you so very much. Where are we at? So whoever was in 5th, falling down very, very rapidly down the charts. Narwhal up ahead of Habibi now. Okay. Killing Toast very close behind of Henry Charles. Henry Charles kind of losing out time on A Sergeant ahead. We are splitting, the field is splitting in half, it seems like. Eastwind very, very close here to Viper Assassin ahead of him. Viper Assassin on seemingly conserving a good amount of battery. Nope, I lied. They are on about the same battery. I'm trying to just maybe see if there's any more early lap 1 overtakes. Oh, excuse me. Seems to be not the case. Viper Assassin, initially the fastest lap on track through lap one. Uh, Very unlikely to see any kind of moves made without the help of DRS down this pit straight, as Chester is already pitting. He definitely was the Alpine that I saw earlier. That was a victim of some kind of collisions, whether he ran somebody off or somebody ran him off. You know, I was unable to tell. Killing Toast ahead of Henry Charles, having made a move against him. Sorry for not catching that. My apologies. It's a little hard to know when somebody's going for a move. Speaking of which, Habibi may be looking to make a move here soon. Kind of really tailing Narwhal very closely, kind of poking his nose into corners, maybe trying to just stress out and unsettle Narwhal up ahead of him. Habibi, I do remember. I think the last race I commentated, he did win. As what is that? A Red Bull? Yes, the Red Bull of Habibi going deep and wide, kind of to his advantage as he now overtakes. Only use me sticks down the outside. Uh, Going all the way around him. Did lose some positions, but able to kind of recover, it seems like. Now, with some DRS going on, we have a DRS train. Somebody, aha, is going deep again. We are seeing people really struggling to make these apexes and losing significant amounts of time. It seems to be that it was only Use Me Sticks who ran wide and lost a position to his teammate Cam Cam. Ooh, this is a cool visual here. Let's get rid of the HUD. Look at this beautiful cinematographic view right here. This very beautiful scenic view. Oh, give me another one. The game is listening to me as I speak. With I think Buzz Do Work locking up just a little ahead of the McLaren here of Benny. Oh, look at this visual, man. Very personalized battling going on as Chester overtaking Wookiee Monster pitting. Yeah, those two pretty much out of the sprint race unless some miracle happens. I mean, what, they have 4 positions to make up, 4 cars to overtake to get any sort of points here in this sprint race. Very unfortunate to see. So far, Cam Cam actually overtaking somebody. He wasn't even all that close. Did Henry Charles lose control or something? It seems like he did, as he lost a significant amount of time very quickly to Cam Cam. Habibi now within striking distance of the car ahead. Narwhal, the Ferrari, with the help of DRS and a lot of battery saved, making the very straightforward move down the pit straight. Now looking to cut the distance between him and Killing Toast ahead. Buzz Do Work actually very close to Eastwind. Um, the Williams of Eastwind. Buzz Do Work again wants to maximize the number of points that he can get this race weekend, especially with Sunbeam not actually here for the sprint race, and then wanting to maximize his points during the actual race where a vast majority of the points are up for grabs, with what will be 3 races after Spain to solidify the World Drivers' Championship. Super awesome to see that it is still pretty much 4 drivers in contention for the championship, and then it looked. I think it was what 3 constructors teams in contention. Right now, Viper Assassin kind of running away with it. 1 and 3/10 ahead of the car behind Eastwind. Kind of in a DRS train, 3 cars long. It is Buzz Do Work making a move down the pit straight on the Williams of Eastwind. Very straightforward, super simple. Eastwind out of battery almost. The least battery saved of this entire DRS train, so he's going to be in a very vulnerable position. So my suggestion probably is in any of these remaining DRS straights to just save as much battery, just utilize the DRS, not use as much battery, and really conserve. He's in medium right now. He's not in none during these technical corners of the track. A little bit of a maybe miscalculation here, as he can definitely conserve a lot of battery during these tight corners in the slipstream of Buzz Do Work ahead. So I mean, come on, it's a little bit of a a veteran move to conserve battery where you can, because Benny behind him has more battery, A Sergeant more battery. Even Buzz do work ahead of him, more battery. So he's really just a sitting duck at the moment, just a passenger in what is his race, not really in control of his own destiny, unless he really just pulls out a significant amount of pace just out of nowhere, out of his own ass, as Buzzduworks maybe getting a warning there. Um, yeah, see, Eastwind just does not have the battery to retake the position on Buzzduwork. Buzzduwork doing a much better job of saving battery, conserving, harvesting to defend down down the straight, the DRS straights. So this is going very, very well for Buzzduwork. See here, he is on none. He is harvesting. Eastwind not harvesting and kind of poking his nose and really getting close to him, but just not in any way that's dangerous to him. Um, and now Benny looking to pounce on Eastwind. Eastwind, you gotta save some battery, man. You're just kind of you're killing me. You're killing yourself too, if we're being completely honest. Because right now, Benny and A Sergeant can just sit behind you and harvest, 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 and you're just not. You're wasting your battery. See, you're losing time on Buzz to work up ahead. Buzz to work not quite gaining time on Viper Assassin ahead. Um, but you know, second place still nothing to turn your nose up at in a sprint race, especially considering I think he qualified P5 or P6. So, you know, Chester making up half the time that he fell back on Henry Charles, only 16 seconds behind now instead of what was once 30, 31 seconds. Eastwind again just out of battery, man, but doing enough actually to kind of separate from Benny and not so much in a vulnerable position as he once was. So, you know, I was saying all this stuff about how he's a sitting duck, not really control of his own destiny, but it seems like the cars behind him just also not really making their advantage, really taking advantage of their advantage. I don't know what better way to phrase it, but you know, I hope you understand what I mean. The drivers behind him just not able to capitalize on Eastwind's vulnerable position. There we go. That's a much better way of saying it. Okay, can we get like out of that? Thank you so much. I would like to see some more standard angles like this. Yeah, I mean, really no such battling going on anymore. But I guess the tire strategy is what really matters here. Buzz do work is on the softs, and by now they are definitely, I would say, not as capable as the mediums of Eastwind and Benny directly behind him. Wookie Monster picking up a 3-second time penalty. Viper Assassin in the perfect position, 2 seconds ahead on the medium tires, so they should last this entire sprint race in a good position. Yeah, Buzzwork is really gonna start struggling, and he's now in a very vulnerable position with the 2 cars behind him on the mediums, and they will have 3.5 laps to overtake Buzz Do Work up ahead, who is a bit of a sitting duck at the moment, but oh, excuse me. It does look like Buzz Do Work able to maintain the race pace necessary to stay ahead of the hungry hippos behind him, looking to swallow him up nice and deep, straight down to where their nose is tickling his belly. Is how hungry they are, how rabid they are for Buzz Do Work and his position. Speaking of which, what is you guys' favorite position? I prefer. You know what? I won't answer that. I won't answer that until you guys answer. How about that? You know. What is? Oh, there's a. Oh, it's Wookie Monster. Letting the people lap him. Oof, getting lapped in a sprint race. Not spectacular, but hey, he's chugging along. Not discouraged too much by getting lapped and following pretty good etiquette. Eastwind losing out a lot of time on Buzz Do Work up ahead, kind of slipping up there. Benny maybe looking to move on him, do a little dance on him. I mean, I don't know. Narwhal pretty much in a safe spot to get a point. Killing Toast, same thing. Everybody in the points positions pretty much guaranteed points right now, as Cam just, you know, just not remotely close enough to really stress anybody out, really put pressure on anybody, really contend for any sort of points. Any sort of real. Oh man. Ah. Let me tell you what. So I tried Highway 55 today for the first time, and if you guys don't know what that is, that's just another burger fast food place. But they have, I think it's like I don't know how big it was. Three pounds of meat doesn't sound quite right, but it was like pretty thick patties. Habibi overtaking A Sergeant. What has happened to A Sergeant? He has gone off track. I wonder if he's taking damage. Benny making a move. Oh, he's been knocked. He's been knocked into the wall by Eastwind. I didn't really get a good angle of that, but that looks like murder. Absolutely looks like murder in a sprint race. Ooh, he's not gonna be happy about that. Now, what that's done is just essentially erase any kind of competitive edge or any kind of competitive battling going down the stretch of this sprint race. Besides killing Toast and his own teammate right now, Benny. Um, wow, a murder this late into the sprint race. I thought we were doing so well, guys. We were doing so well. But yeah, I mean, it looks like Viper Assassin will be coming away. Not this lap, but after another lap, coming away with this sprint race win. 8 points, 8 big puntos here in Spain. Buzz do work. Buzz do work. So a little left to do to maintain his second place and get 7 big points for the Aston Martin team. Very, very cool to see. Um, Narwhal now ahead of Benny. Benny, I think, was the one who may have been killed. Yes, he has the wing damage, so now struggling through these corners. Also kind of harvesting battery. Maybe not really wanting to push. Just kind of. Oh, he's binned it. He's binned it, but back on track. He's gonna have to kind of corral it back in if he wants to hold on to 2 points. Eastwind also not really able to fight Buzz Do Work up ahead, even though he has the medium tires. So Buzz Do Work doing a very good job of kind of saving those tires, or at the very least controlling what is the very end of a long soft stint here in Spain, and managing that tire wear to where he is able to still maintain a competitive race pace and still defend his position, it seems like. As Cam ahead of A Sergeant. What has happened? There were several seconds behind or between A Sergeant and Cam, but then Cam absolutely sells. Cam almost able to sneak a point out of the sprint race, spinning it, losing in the second to last corner, third to last corner. And what we do see is a Viper Assassin, super simple, super easy sprint race win. Buzz Do Work holding on to second place, Eastwind third, Habibi now fourth, Killing Toast, Narwhal, Benny, and A Sergeant, it seems like, unless something happens here between Henry Charles and A Sergeant, as Cam is now in 10th. A Sergeant selling twice. Now Henry Charles bringing in another point for Buzz Do Work. How do I miss that move? I didn't expect I didn't expect anything to happen. Oh my lord. Aston Martin with 9 points after the sprint race. Buzz Do Work with 7. So, nothing insane, nothing game changing, but that is exactly what they are looking to do. That is all they want to see. Not all, but that is definitely the start to this race weekend that they would be hoping for, um, as leaders in both championships. Oh man, all the boys are on, and I'm busy having to commentate, man. Sorry, I'm just catching up on some admin messages. But yeah, very, very, very solid sprint race for the Aston Martin team. Who were the other contenders, dude? I have such a bad memory. Oh, I forget it's on their website, so I'd have to click off. Oh well, it shall be fine. It shall be fine. But yeah, now we are into the actual race qualifying session. A good reset for some of these drivers who maybe didn't do so well in the initial qualifying for the sprint race. So looking for a little bit of redemption, it seems like. Oh, excuse me. All right. While nobody's out on track, I need to click off to check some things. Okay, that seems fine. Uh, oh, I didn't even finish about the Highway 55. But yeah, I tried Highway 55 for the first time. That burger was massive, dude. Okay, so I actually didn't even order their number one. You know, the number one at a restaurant typically being um like their signature, I guess. Hold on. Hold on. Somebody asking for this Twitch link. All right. Good thing I still had the copy paste in there. So, should be maybe some more people from other leagues popping into the stream to further populate your you guys' race weekend. Maybe. Could just be some curious Joes, some curious Georges, just knowing, wanting to know what their favorite commentator is up to. I still haven't gotten through the Highway 55, so it was all right. I mean, so their signature burger seemed like was like a massive patty, American cheese, onions, which is normal, all normal, and then you ready for this? Chili. I wasn't sure if I wanted, you know, my first experience at Highway 55 to have chili in my burger, as I'm not, you know, I'm not a super big fan of chili to begin with. Um, and so I just went with their number four, their pimento cheeseburger, and I don't know what it was. I think maybe just, you know, I hadn't really eaten much all day, and then having that much meat in my mouth all at once, just like swallowing and gagging on it, just like was way too much for my body. And so, you know, as soon as I got back, I you know, straight to the bathroom. I had to get it all out, you know. Uh, yeah. Sorry, Buzz. Was I kind of was I talking about gagging during your hot lap? Oopsies. Sorry, Buzz. But Buzz on a little bit of a scorcher maybe right now. It looks like he's hitting his apexes very smooth. Um, fully in control. But he does use the hot lap battery mode. I don't know if Spain is one of those tracks where it actually kind of makes sense to use the hot lap mode. But I just know that most people don't use the hot lap mode just because of how kind of inefficient it is. But hey, it seems to be working wonders for Buzz Do Work as he finishes with a sub 113. He didn't quite get it in the sprint qualifying. He had a 113 flat, but now able to improve on his first hot lap and get into that 112 territory. There's a Ferrari that will soon be crossing. It is Viper Assassin. Viper Assassin with a 112.775. Not quite as fast as his sprint qualifying as he had a 112.6, I think. And so still very solid. 2/10, almost 2/10 faster than Buzz Do Work at the moment. And in pole position. We're seeing a lot of common names, a lot of the regular names up at the top. I do wonder, Sunbeam, is he in this session now for this race qualifying? I do wonder. Um, oh man, my mind is blanking. I'm like lagging in real life. A Sergeant about to come across with his hot lap, enough to be P4, 2/100ths of a second faster than Habibi, and a half a close to a tenth slower than Eastwind. There's a kick, Wookiee Monster coming across, very, very slow. It seems like will not be a super competitive time. It was invalidated. Wookiee Monster struggling here at Spain. It seems like. Oh, Williams? Nope. Williams is in the pit. Henry Charles on his current hot lap. Let's get some nice HUD-less um, footage. Oh, I'm hearing an absolute banger right now through my playlist. House of the Rising Sun. What do you guys know about that? I mean, that's a British band, is it not? I'm pretty sure that's a British band, so I think you Brits would definitely recognize that band. I can't even remember what the band is called, if I'm being completely honest with you. It's hold on, The Animals. There we go. Mm, mm, mm. Absolute banger of a song, if I do say so myself. Chester improving massively from what was his 128, setting a 113.998, still over a second slower than the fastest lap in this qualifying so far. Everybody on softs? Yes. Everybody on softs. Anybody going for another lap? Yes. A Sergeant looks like to be on another lap. Setting a purple sector 1, but he's very low on battery. Is he going to harvest at all? He's still on the medium um, battery setting, so not really harvesting at all. Limerence! Limerence Lily from AT&T, another FSR member. What is up, Limerence? Let's go! Speaking of Limerence, he did get Driver of the Day, according to me, according to moi. At FSR's race last night because, okay, a league admin went from like 18th to second place, but he's an admin, you know. I gotta have some anti-bias against him, you know, and so Limerence, a massive underdog. No disrespect to him, he's not one of the strongest drivers of our league, but finishing 6th from what was a DQ'd qualifying session. Not forced on him. It was just like a unfortunate circumstance, and so he was disqualified in qualifying, but finishing 6th. So I gave him driver of the day because I can. I have that power. I am him. So super awesome to see him in this race. I wonder if it'll let him take control. I know the game can be a little buggy sometimes as far as that's concerned. So let's see who will invalidated lap for Cam Cam. A Sergeant we've already seen. Narwhal, you got somebody behind you. Oh, he's on an outlap, so it's not that big a video. Oh, man. Dude, I am so tired. I mean, it's nothing new to me. I'm very, very commonly sleepy and tired, but man, it's not always as obvious. I'm not always super yawn, you know, but hey, it is what it is. I wonder if I have a snack. Do I have a snack somewhere? I do. I have some Papa John's breadsticks in the fridge. Maybe I'll take the time to heat them up. So I will leave you some ASMR on board here with Habibi while I do heat up some breadsticks. Maybe see if that wakes me up a little. All right, they have been put into the microwave. Ooh, you guys got to watch a P3 lap. Spectacular. See, sometimes I amaze even myself. Who we got next? Well, while my breadsticks are heating up, I guess we can see what Mr. Chester comes across with. Not improving on his time. Looks to be a solidified P8. But was this? This was a fresh stint of softs. Lily from AT&T on a hot lap. You know what? Bias, my own league bias. You guys get an ASMR of one of my league members, so deal with it. Oh, what? Lily, did you invalidate? No, still 0 laps. Interesting. Um, uh, who else is on a lap? Chester on a lap. Very early in his lap. Is this another go on the same tires? It is. So I'm not exactly hopeful on improvement. No disrespect to him, but it's just hard to improve on a lap time on old used softs, you know? There is traffic up ahead. I wonder if they're also on their hot lap. One of them getting out of the way. And Aston Martin ahead. Aston Martin of Henry Charles. So Chester could be able to get some slipstream here. Maybe helping him improve on his lap if he has done well enough to kind of improve. 4/10 improvement for Chester, but still P8. Just not enough improvement to move up the grid. What is? Oh, it's my phone. Ah, dude, why is it unmute itself randomly? Um, he's pitting Lily on a hot lap, I think. I can't tell. I don't know what's going on. Maybe the game's bugging on me. Henry Charles harvesting, most likely on an in-lap. I think killing toast on a hot lap. Time for me to eat some breadsticks with a marinara sauce. Mmm, Papa John's. Mmm. Very, very good. Alright, Mr. Killing Toast, what have you got? What have you got in the tank? A 113.2, taking Chester's 8th place. Now, Killing Toast in 8th place. Okay, we're gonna see a Henry Charles hot lap. He's absolutely washed it. Henry Charles, what are we doing? He's DNF'd. I mean, it doesn't really mean much in the game, but what are we doing, man? Absolutely losing it. Limerence struggling in this qualifying. We'll be qualifying last, it seems like. And Wookie Monster already invalidated lap. Also struggling in this qualifying session. Sunbeam doing exactly what he would have wanted to do. He is ahead of Buzz Do Work at the start of the race. He is on the front row. I don't know if these breadsticks are waking me up or not, but they sure are tasty. Let me tell you what, boy. Bread is good. I love me some bread. You know, I think those middle-aged guys. Okay, let me rephrase that. Those guys, those dudes from the Middle Ages, they knew what was up. They knew what was up with the bread. They absolutely knew. Man, I am just. Hey, Sunbeam, don't do that, man. Don't be doing that. Yeah, sorry if I'm a little busy munching away at my food, but I'm really hoping this kind of wakes me up a little bit. It's not really feeling like it though. Mmm, Habibi on a last second lap here. Looking to maybe he doesn't even have not even a tenth. Improve by a tenth and he's guaranteed to move up. No, by a tenth. If he improves by a tenth, he moves up to third. What is the split time? I missed the sector one. He does have traffic in front of him. Who's in front of him? Another Red Bull. It's his teammate. Limerence getting out of the way. Maybe a small fraction of um of slipstream given there. He is up by a tenth. He is up by a tenth. Could he sneak into P3? Could he sneak into P? No, not P. Oh, maybe. My heart is racing. Habibi, Habibi, Habibi. Everybody say it with me. Habibi, Habibi, Habibi. Sneaking. No, not sneaking. Nay, I shall say, sniping his way into a P2. Absolute last second. He had 20 seconds left on the clock to start this hot lap. Start it, he did, and sniping second place in qualifying. Absolutely masterful right there. Sunbeam slipping out into fourth. Buzzwork in seventh, starting from the middle of the pack. Chester ninth. My boy Limerence in 15th. Oh, excuse me. Eastwind, the no, Viper Assassin was the winner of the sprint race. Buzzwork was the second place. I already forgot who was third, but absolute snipe from Habibi. Well done, young lad. You know what, guys? I think I'm a fat ass. That's what I can classify myself as. I'm just too busy munching, man. You guys wanna know what I have going on in the background right now? I can hear it. I've got Land Down Under playing. Mm-mm-mm. Oh, I think it's the end of the song. Rip. Let me see if I can turn this up a little bit. I like a little bit of music. I like vibing. Maybe it'll inject me with some energy. In what is otherwise my low-key lifeless brain. Damn, this breadstick's thick as hell, boy. God damn, I can't fit this all in my mouth. Anyways, I will do my best. I will do my best to eat this breadstick, man. I think it's fucking massive. God damn, what is the girth on this bad boy? Um, nom, 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 nom. God damn, fucking mouthful. Mm, I need some milk, man. I need to fucking milk to down this bread. Oh man, some chocolate milk right now. Mmm. Scrub Racing, you guys are lucky I'm being paid, man, because I swear to you, right now, the craving for the chocolate milk, not quite enough to overcome pay, but man, is it tempting. I just need to find me a black cow. Even a brown cow. I just need to get me some chocolate milk, man. Mm. I'm such a sucker for bread. Maybe this is why I've gained so much weight, man. It's all the bread eating. All the donuts. I don't even eat that many donuts. It's just when I do, you know what I mean? Might be going into a food coma, homie. Maybe that's why I'm so sluggish. I'm going into a food coma. And yet I continue eating. The paradoxical nature of humans, of human nature. Please be a formation lab. Yes! Mm. Um, I'm very surprised to see that anyone is on softs. They are immediately um handcuffing themselves to the two-stop strategy when I know I have seen and I have done a one-stop strategy before, and I think that's the way to go. It's obviously going to be very difficult, but I mean I think it's the way to go. So we shall see if anybody at all goes for a one-stop, and if they do, I think, barring any kind of catastrophe, they should be able to make it work very, very well, especially if some safety cars come out and they're able to manage their tire wear very well. Because if safety cars come out, it gives them a free prolongation of their stint, and so that being very, very crucial to facilitating the one-stop strategy. Yeah, I'm very interested to see how Henry Charles fares on the hard tires. I do like that um that strategy being so far back in the field. Just kind of go for a little bit of an overcut on the rest of the field. But again, this is going to heavily depend on who goes for a two-stop and who goes for a potential one-stop, or who maybe needs to pit 3 times. I mean, if you do, you're kind of screwed, kind of fucked. But excuse me. Um, Man, dude, I am so like asleep right now. But grid is reformed, the lights will be coming on, and very shortly when they do go out, this race in Spain will commence. Short cycle. We are off. Not very exciting reaction times from people as somebody is sitting on the track. Buzz do work sitting. There have been collisions already? What are we? Virtual safety car? Guys, what are we doing? Was it from Buzz sitting on the line? Oh my lord. There's something weird going on back here. Oh, I think some people were told by the game to overtake, and so there was a bit of a confusion going on. Buzz do work with a 10-second penalty. Dude, this is an absolute mess going on right now. This is shambolic for Buzz do work. This is the absolute worst case scenario for the two Aston Martins. Oh lord, oh lord. I think we're back. Yeah, we're off to race pace. Nobody getting a drive-through, I do not think. Yes, no drive-throughs. Only use me sticks with the 20 seconds already. Eastwind already over. Oh, they're battling side by side. Ooh, the Williams losing a little bit of traction, able to recover. Viper Assassin getting a solid race restart. Uh, very critical to his strategy. He's on the medium tires. Habibi behind on the softs. If he keeps Habibi behind the entire time in his dirty air, Habibi will kind of be screwed. Kind of a little dicked. I wonder any moves made down into the turn one. No, nope, at all. Not at all. Not at all. Buzz do work DNFing. He's retired from the session. On track as well. Aston Martin team in shambles. Aston Martin team in absolute shambles. Chester also retiring from the session, but hey, let me tell you what, FSR driver retires in the pits. Respect, Mr. Chester. Respect. Um, I don't know. I don't know what happened. Uh, for this to be the case. Sunbeam corner cutting. Oh my god, what are we doing? What is going on? That is two of the drivers' championship leaders gone just like that. Oh my god. I what? And now we're in a safety car. What kind of safety car? Habibi choosing to pit. I mean, he kind of this would be the time for him to pit to switch onto the mediums or hards. Narwhal leaving the session. Several people. Has there been a message sent that I'm not aware of? I don't see any announcements. What is going on? I'm at a loss for words. What has gone on here? More and more people retiring from the session. I see people jumping into the race the like race hub voice chat. So I wonder if there's something going on. As more and more people, is there gonna be a restart to the race? I think there will be. Oh man. Yeah, I'm completely out of the loop, so I'll just have to wait and see what's going on here. So I have no idea what's going on. I don't know what to say, man. I have absolutely no clue what's going on. You know what? I'm just gonna mind my own business and eat my breadsticks. Oh, so you know what? Let me take a look again here. So it is Williams, yep, and then kind of Red Bull, but mostly just the Williams and the Aston Martins fighting. Okay, I just wanted to check that. And I guess while they get this reset, it looks like they are restarting the race. I don't know, something must have happened. Um, but yeah, let me just hit the splash screen up real quick until we start loading back into the race. Yeah, I don't know. I really have no idea. Ooh, what you guys know about Vicente Fernandez? Hold on. Hold the phone. Nope, wrong button. This is an absolute banger. You guys don't even know. Un millón de primaveras. Oh! Sí. Si te hablo de mi amor. Ooh! Ooh! Bro, if only I had the vocals of Vicente. Shoo! Sienta, por favor. Uf. Solo falta un millón de primaveras. Oof. Oof. Dude, oh man, this is beautiful. This is a beautiful song. Falta un millón de primaveras. Really just taking the time to just kind of catch up on some missed messages in some other leagues. We're just vibing. I will say, I have let them know that I do have a league PTRL that I commentate for at 10 p.m. And so, if ever I need to immediately leave to go commentate for them because they were originally the first to pay me to commentate. And so kind of starting to push the boundaries of the race time finish. All right, looks like we're getting into the race now. So there will be a formation lap, I do believe. Si te molesta. No, Vicente. Gone too soon. At least I think so. Hold on. Quick Google search. Quick Google search. I'm pretty sure he passed away. I just. Dude, my memory fails me so often. Yeah, he passed away. Yeah, that's what I thought. Dang, what a handsome man. Sheesh. Alright. Well, should be starting again here shortly. Really pushing it. Really pushing it for me to be able to fully commentate this race. So apologies in advance if I do have to leave, but I am contractually allowed and obligated to leave early if I do need to. I think that's enough breadsticks, man. Starting to feel that carb overload. Maybe later. Maybe later. Maybe PTRL gets to hear me eat some breadsticks as well. Man, I need to take a nap. I already took a nap during my lunch break at work, man. Just not enough. I'm still sleepy. I'm still tired. Let's do some quick math here. Well, I'm kind of sitting here bored. Let's do some quick math. So, conservative estimate, minute. Oh, no formation lap. No, this has to be a formation lap. No, we are off. We are immediately off in this race. Several people starting on softs. A lot of positions being. There's already carnage. There's even more destruction than the last one. A McLaren using the runoff road. Oh man, dude. Oh man. I don't know what to say. Buzz do work in seventh. Sunbeam in third. Where are the other Williams? Chester in fifth. Sunbeam now in second. More destruction as a Red Bull is it. The Red Bull of Habibi off the track, seemingly pushed off maybe. Oh man, dude. This is a lot of destruction for a Spain race. Habibi slipping all the way down into ninth. Chester now in fourth. Sunbeam in second. Buzzy working fifth. Henry Charles in last. Eastwind in sixth. Limerence in ninth. What's up, Limerence? Oh man, dude. Now my throat is hurting. I thought I got over this cold. Ugh. Oh, my throat hurts really bad. Viper Assassin slipping away immediately from Sunbeam. Sunbeam under threat from A Sergeant and Chester and Buzz Do Work. There is a 6-car train of DRS as some people pitting already due to wing damages from turn 1 and turn 2. A lot of people also stuck really far back from the rest of the field. Henry Charles now in 11th. Really nothing crazy. There's already a lot of gaps forming. Oh, attempted move by Buzz Do Work, not quite good enough to have any kind of a position change, but maybe playing a little bit of the long game as he goes up the inside here. We'll have the outside for this right turn. Still not able to get ahead of Chester. Chester defending very well, it seems like, with now Eastwind chasing behind of Buzz Do Work. As it stands, the Williams would get more points than the Aston Martins. That and Sunbeam, more points than Buzz Do Work. Buzz Do Work, a lot of work to do to mitigate some of these points losses. This is still very early in the race, though, so it's not like all is over this soon. Ooh, maybe getting a warning there for track limits. I can't remember if they use normal or strict, but either way, running off the track just a little bit there. Will he make a move on Chester? Yes, he will. He is now ahead through that DRS straight. Chester really sniffing right up his ass, really able to smell every ounce of hair in that crack. So Buzz Do Work now ahead of Chester, but not close enough to Sunbeam to really make anything happen. Sunbeam seemingly overtaken by Ace Sargent, now in third and losing ground rapidly. I wonder what has happened to Mr. Sunbeam. Chester very, very close behind of Buzz Do Work, as well as Eastman behind of Chester. Everything else, nothing too crazy. Henry Charles is closing in on Only Use Me Sticks. The McLaren's really, really struggling at the back of the field. Habibi already having pitted, probably pitting onto the hards. Yes, he has pitted onto the hards. Now, the thing here is Chester and Buzz Do Work both on softs, while the front three are on mediums. And so Buzz Do Work, Chester, Cam, Lily, Only Gives Me Sticks, Henry Charles, and Wookie Monster forced into the two-stop penalty, or not penalty, the two-stop strategy for this race. So we will have to wait and see how the top of the field chooses, or what kind of a strategy they're on, as that will have a massive impact on the soft runners. If anybody hits a consistently competitive one stop, they will be in a very, very good position to win this race, barring any sort of unforeseen circumstances. Sunbeam very, very close to Ace Sargent ahead of him, both on the same tire set. So this being a lot more down to driver skill, driver consistency, tire management, and setup difference. More so, most likely, the setup difference, as if one of them has higher wings, they'll be able to close in really, really aggressively in these technical corners, but will struggle on the straight sections of the track. And so it's a balancing act, you know, what plays to your strengths, what, you know, mitigates your weaknesses, and kind of maybe if people are very familiar with each other, you know, a little bit of a chess game. What do I think my opponent, my rival, will be using for the race, so that I can, you know, so that I can use that information to my own advantage. Buzz Do Work is catching up. I need to get rid of the thing there. But so Buzz Do Work is catching up pretty quickly to Sunbeam up ahead. Only 1.2 seconds behind now. Very, very close to getting that DRS, but not quite. There is a safety car. What has brought out the safety car? Is it the McLaren of Killing Toes that far back? Did he spin and bring out a safety car? This might be very, very good for the soft runners. I don't know. If they pit, they lose several positions. I don't know. Some of the soft drivers in the back of the field choosing to pit. Lily going into another set of softs. Limerence is a maniac. Let me tell you what. I'm not sure that would have been my recommendation. Yep, Henry Charles on a hards. Wookie Monster only just pitting, so I'll have to wait to find out what his next tire set will be. Yeah, now we're really pushing the time limit that I have, but hopefully we can get through the race fast enough so that I can finish commentating for you guys. I would hate to have to leave early. I am dissociating very hard right now. Ooh. The entire front of the field pitting now after seeing, I guess, some of the soft runners staying out. And so do the soft runners now pit as well? A little bit of mind games being played as Only Use Me Sticks and Narwhal staying out. Everybody else, what will they be switching on to? lot of people switching onto the hards. That would be, I think, probably the smartest thing to do, in my opinion. With a lot of race fuel still in the car, the hards are the most adequate to kind of take that kind of a beating from the heavier car. Kind of, it takes a lot more to control a heavier car, and so a lot more friction, a lot more temperatures into the tires, and so the hards would probably be the best. I don't know. I don't know. I'm no expert. I just know a little bit. I have some experience, but I do think that uh, I don't know. I don't know. It's so circumstantial. You can always say like, oh, this is definitely the move, but you just don't know what's gonna happen. All you can really do is make a decision, stick with it, and make the most of that decision that you make. Safety car not coming in this lap. Very likely coming in. Oh, it is coming in this lap. A little bit of a late notice there, but safety car will be coming in this lap. Not really so much this lap, but like right now. It will be coming in right now. So, front of the field, Narwhal slowing down, maintaining a consistent pace, waiting for the safety car to make it into the pits. Um, it's pretty much just going to be a straight line restart here. Oh, he is gone. He is gone. Only use me sticks falling asleep. Not getting a good start and really allowing Narwhal to kind of separate himself from the rest of the grid. Oh, please let us get through. Benny, seemingly a good restart up the inside of Henry Charles, making the move. Can he hold it, though? Yes, he can. It seems like, guys, Henry Charles losing traction and spinning out. He was in a good position to gain spots, but no, he has spun out. Oh, no. I wonder if he's taking any damage. I hope not. Narwhal doing a very good job of outpacing Only Use Me Sticks behind him on the very used softs. These guys electing to stay out, I think a very poor decision from Only Use Me Sticks, who was on used softs. He's definitely going to be struggling to defend against anybody behind him. As somebody is gone, it is Habibi! I switch and then switch back and he's dead. Habibi now gone again in another collision. We may have a assortment, a large assortment of incident reports after this race. Oh, man. Not what you want to see, but Limerence! Limerence is in third as we see side by side between the Ferrari and the McLaren. The Ferrari able to stay ahead. Limerence! Let's go, Limerence! Come on, let's make it 2 races in a row where you do well. But the thing is, you're kind of on the soft, so you're kind of, you're going to have to probably do a 2-stop again anyways. So, you know, kind of in a tough spot here. But kind of defending well. Defending well. Viper Assassin making a move up the inside of Lily into turn 1. What will Lily do? Defending well, it seems like. The game doesn't give me super good angles to really know if it's a really good defense, overly aggressive defense, or, you know, what it is. But Lily going up the inside with better traction than Only Use Me Sticks on the older soft. Limerence in second! Oh my god, Limerence, I'm going crazy. I'm going absolutely absurd. Benny now overtaking Only Use Me Sticks, kind of forcing him inside, it seemed like. I don't know who it was on the inside that locked up a little bit, but now we're kind of fighting for second place as Narwhal is running away with the lead right now. There is a lot of very tight, close racing here. After the race restart, we are like, what, 8 cars deep of tough, tight battling? This is insane for a safety car restart as Viper Assassin battling side by side with Only Use Me Sticks, taking that position for himself now. Now in 4th, Buzz Duwork in 7th, Sunbeam. Ooh, it's a Sunbeam Buzzwork fight. Very close to one another. I wonder if anything happens. Only Use Me Sticks pitting might have taken damage. No, he has realized that his very used softs were not a good idea to stay out on. Benny now overtaking Limerence down the pit straight. Maybe a double overtake as Viper Assassin's going up the inside. Limerence giving it more than enough room to him, not wanting to push his luck. Choosing to be safe, get away safely, continue to fight another day as he remains very, very close to Viper Assassin up ahead of him. Sunbeam and Buzz Duwork now in 5th and 6th respectively. Alright, that should be enough for the tires. We should have a grasp of who's on what. Ooh, Lily slipping really quickly from Viper Assassin. Kind of struggling to maintain pace, it seems like. I'm keeping a very close eye on these intervals. I'm trying to see if anybody makes any sort of moves. It looks like a McLaren has spun. It is killing Toast. Um, we are seeing a lot of carnage in this race. Never what you want to see in particular. Nothing really too crazy going on, it seems like. Oh, I lied. Chester overtaking a Sargent. I wonder what happened there. I saw the interval change very rapidly. I didn't really have much time to react. It went from 6 tenths to 0 tenths in the matter of tenths of a second. Wow, get it, get the joke, get it. Viper Assassin Sunbeam making a move on Limerence. Limerence losing several positions in quick succession across 2 laps on those used softs. He's really struggling to maintain grip and race pace on the used softs. So may want to pit as soon as possible, honestly, to kind of save himself from further position loss, further time loss due to the worn and soft tires. As Buzz Do Work is doing what he can to make a move on Limerence, will get a better traction zone, maybe not quite, but still side by side with the inside going into this turn. Will have to go around the outside on the it goes, you know what I mean? It goes left to right. And so if you're on the inside, you'll be on the outside for the next turn. Lily still defending. Buzz Do Work behind him. But I find it very impossible to defend in his situation with what is better tires behind you, less worn tires behind you, and they will have the DRS on you, and you will not have any from the car ahead of you. Viper Assassin and his teammate most likely going to be switching positions. Not much of a battle going on, I don't think. Nope. Teamwork going on. Narwhal giving the slipstream and the tow to Viper Assassin. Viper Assassin getting ahead and is now in first place where he once was to begin with. Buzz Do Work has overtaken Lily from AT&T, Celebrity Racer, down the pit straight with the help of DRS. So right now, Williams and Aston Martin. Williams with the better points at the moment as Sunbeam is ahead of Buzz Do Work, and then Eastwind will get a singular point as A Sargent overtakes Lily. Lily continuing to lose positions. Limerence, if you're watching, excuse me, I beg you, I implore, excuse me, that you pit now. You are losing too much time, as now it is an FSR driver battle. Lily versus Chester, Chester versus Lily, Red Bull versus Alpine, as Narwhal seemingly... Narwhal's binned it. Narwhal has absolutely binned it on old mediums. Using a reset to track. Is that allowed? This is the second time we've seen that. Is that allowed? I don't know. I don't know. I just see plenty of leagues do not allow that. Chester, really tight battling with Limerence. Oh, man. This is a tight battle. Limerence, I implore you to pit. Your tires are worn. You're struggling. You need to get off those tires now. You're in a sea of white. You're like... Okay, that might be, he's in a sea of white. Some members may not be too happy about that. As Chester now overtaking Lily down the pit straight. I'm begging at this point, Limerence. You need to pit and get off of those softs. You just have to. There's nothing you can do. Sunbeam chasing down Benny up ahead of him. Narwhal has pit. Probably taking damage or just getting off of those old mediums. After his spin, no more battles taking place besides Sunbeam and Benny. What do we have? 12 laps? No, 22 laps. 21 and a half, 21. Yeah, we're pushing it kind of close, but it looks like, barring any more safety cars, should be able to finish. Dustin, what is up? Dustin is this FSR. What are they doing battling in another league? Well, I don't know what to tell you, man. This is not FSR. This is Scrub Racing, but super cool to see my own FSR drivers taking part in other leagues. I know you are a part of other leagues. Rockstar has joined Chronic Racing that I will be commentating on Tuesday. So, that'll be super cool to see him. Just awesome to see. I think Swapmouth also in PTRL that I'll be commentating later tonight as a reserve, though, as a reserve. So, very unlikely that he actually make it onto the grid, as they have a lot of reserve drivers. They have a lot of people competing for those reserve seats. But yeah, so it's awesome to see so many of the drivers that I know personally from my own league duking it out with each other in other leagues, or just doing well in other leagues. Chester and Lily right now fighting for points, but I am begging Limerence, please pit off of the softs, man. I mean, unless he's really trying to make them last and then go on to hards for the rest of the race, it's just not working for you right now. I'm begging, I am imploring. I am on my knees for you, Lily from AT&T. Oh, Lily. Spit on me. Anyways. Oh, who said that? That's crazy work. Um, but yeah, kind of a little bit of a slow moment here in the race. A little. Ooh, I lied. Sunbeam taking the outside line, trying to get a little bit of that kind of two-step process. Second, what is it called? Two-step verification process on that overtake, taking the outside so that he then has the inside on the second turn, but not quite good enough. Only use me sticks ahead of Wookie Monster. Chester and Lily. Oh, we're getting some battling here as Sunbeam locking up. Dude, I don't know if I can survive. I still have to commentate a whole nother league after, dude. I don't know if I can survive. Oh, what's up, whiter than a Ritz cracker? Used to be in this league. What happened, man? What happened? Sunbeam overtaking Benny. Sunbeam, second in the World Driver Championship, if I'm not mistaken. Now in second place. Very, very solid from him with 3 races to go. Interesting. Well, um, I don't know enough context. I don't want to delve into that. Unfortunate to hear, I guess. I don't know, man. I'm just a commentator. I am just here doing my job. So, yeah, I don't know. I don't know. I don't know how to respond to that. But Sunbeam trying to chase down Viper Assassin. Viper Assassin just far and above, faster than everybody else at the moment, leading this race. He's on the mediums, is he not? Yes, he's on mediums. So he will need to pit before the end of the race. I think pretty much everybody on the track right now will need to pit one more time unless they are absolutely disgustingly good at tire management. Um, Only use me sticks now in 10th with Eastwind pitting. Eastwind pitting onto what? This is a very early pit stop. He's going onto the mediums. He will need to pit again as well. Oh man. The Spain tire degradation just really eating up everybody's tires. This is just a massive spread at the moment. Who are those 3 bunched up? I see a Red Bull. Oh. I'm stupid. I have it on leaders, not interval. I am so dumb right now. There are battles going on. Benny very, very close to Sunbeam ahead. Buzzwork up ahead of him. That's a 3 car DRS train. Cam very close to Killing Toes. Killing Toes very close to Limerence. Limerence continuing to lose time on the cars behind him as he is still on those very, very old softs. Yep, there goes the overtake. Can he kind of hold on to his position, taking the inside of the chicane? Yes, he can. Oh, but he just can't get it on the I don't know if I can call it a switchback really, but just not able to continue to hold that traction, losing yet another position. Benny now no longer that close to Sunbeam. Buzzley work not very close, but he's kind of losing out time when Benny up ahead of him as well. Cam also very close to overtaking Lily from AT&T up ahead of him. Man, now my congestion is coming back, dude. I am struggling. Sorry, boys. Just responding to the good old girlfriend. Benny. I need to switch to Benny. Benny almost very close to overtaking Buzz to work. Wait, hold on. People pitting. Viper Assassin pitting. Like I said, Lily finally pitting. Sunbeam now in first ahead of Buzz Do Work. The 2 the 1-2 in the World Driver Championship now battling each other on track as Buzzwork actually overtaken by Benny. Buzzwork seemingly losing a lot of time there, maybe losing traction. I wasn't paying attention. Um, but this is maybe not so much a lot of on track overtaking and a lot of on track fighting, but a lot of drama unfolding as far as the championships go. Um, and Benny has spun it. Benny has spun it. Buzzwork is back in second due to some fortune there with Benny losing it, binning it in that very slow corner. Now in second place with A Sergeant behind, looking to get DRS at the very last second. Will he get it? No, he will not. Not close enough. So now Buzzwork should be able to kind of lose. Ooh, no, A Sergeant's maybe on lower wings. All on the same tires. Moderately used hards. Benny on very old mediums. It makes sense as to why he lost it. Yep, going on to hards. Will he make those hards last for the rest of the race? Lily now in 13th after pitting. Chester in 4th. So Chester will need to rely on a very good, consistent race pace to continue to make up time on the drivers up ahead of him. It is now 9:40. It's going to be close. It's going to be close to whether or not this race finishes in time. So again, just, going ahead. Lily making an overtake. Nope. Battling with Henry Charles. Can I switch? Yes, I can. Some tough wheel-to-wheel racing. Nothing too dangerous going on yet. Just some good racing going on. Lily not able to get ahead of Henry Charles, it seems like, as Buzzwork. A 3-second time penalty. That is crushing. That is not what Buzzwork wants to see pop up on his screen as he is fighting to catch up to Sunbeam. So now it's not 2.5 seconds that he's behind Sunbeam. It is 5.5 seconds due to that time penalty. So, A Sergeant, maybe a little bit of a weight lifted off his shoulders as he knows that he has every bit of an advantage on Buzzwork ahead because of his time penalty. Hold on. There we go. Lily and Henry Charles continuing to go at it. Awesome to see from a FSR driver as Henry Charles is pitting. What is he coming off of? He is coming off of moderately used mediums, most likely going on to hards to then carry on for the rest of the race, as that would be, what, 14 laps, I think? So, excuse me. Man, dude, this digestion's a little rough at the moment, but A Sergeant 6/10 behind of Buzzwork should be able to make this a very easy overtake. Buzzwork, has a time penalty. He doesn't need to fight him too hard. Not that he's not allowed to, but it's just like doesn't want to fight too hard, doesn't want to get too rough, as that would be putting the rest of his race at stake. Maybe switching a little more to slightly more conservative attitude towards the rest of this race. Viper Assassin, though, I think is, yeah, Viper Assassin very much in the strongest position to win the race, as he is on very fresh hards, and I think very likely we'll be able to carry them on for the rest of the race. And these 4 guys up ahead of him will need to pit, or will need to have a good enough race pace and tire management to be able to carry them for another 12, 13 laps. I just don't see that happening. That'd be almost 30 laps on hards in Spain. It's just not gonna happen. Lily has to be 2-stopping. Lily. Yeah, kind of a 3-stop, but it was like a safety car pit stop, so it's like a 2.5 pit stop kind of a thing. Buzzwork going ahead and undercutting the 2 drivers up ahead of him. I think that is a very good move, as it would be, what, like 12, 13 laps on mediums. Very, very much doable. Very much doable here at Spain. Benny receiving a 3-second time penalty. Killing Toast also pitting. But yeah, that's kind of the end of battles at the moment. I mean, everybody just kind of separated now. Yeah, Viper Assassin more than in. He's in the best position of anybody to win this race at the moment. Cam, what happened to Buzz? Did he lose control? He wasn't even that. Cam wasn't even that close to him, and now he's surrounded by 2 cars. Cam up ahead of him, Benny right behind him. Buzz Duwork is catching up very rapidly to Cam up ahead. I wonder if there's a tire difference. Yes, Buzz Duwork on fresh mediums, Cam on very old hards. Cam, I recommend you pit this lap. But I don't know what tires you've used. You've only stopped once, so if you have another set of mediums, you're definitely gonna want to use them. You're definitely gonna want to pit now. I mean, I don't know. I mean, you could. He's not pitting. You could continue slowing these cars down, but I don't think you're really gonna slow them down all that much. Yep, there we go. A Sergeant Chester responding to Buzz Works undercut. Yes, immediately responding to that undercut. Sunbeam electing to stay out. I think Sunbeam is going for the 1 stop. So Sunbeam really only under threat by Viper Assassin. $11 laps to go, 11 and a half laps to go. Each about like a minute and a half. I don't think I'm gonna be able to make it to the end of this race, guys. That like restart to the race, I think took just enough time to essentially cut me off, and so I will stay here for as long as I can. But as soon as it's like go time, I will have to go. Right now that there's a little bit of a lull, I'll see if I can reach out to the other league and see um, the what the absolute last minute would be for me to join. Alright, so I've reached out to them, see what the best I can do is. Eastwind, really the only person close, so Buzz do work with the time penalties. Okay, so I will have... like an extra 5 minutes after 10 p.m. for me. So 15, 13, wait, 30, so 28 minutes from now might be just enough to finish this race for you guys. So let us see. Everybody on fresh tires. Sunbeam has just pitted, and so it's gonna be a hunt. It's gonna be an absolute hunt. Hold on. Okay. It'll be an. It's just gonna be a hunt over the next 10 laps. Yes, the next 10 laps. Oh, excuse me. So it's gonna have to be a second a lap to catch up to Viper Assassin. Viper Assassin on what is perfect hards right now. They should be perfectly up to temp. Excuse me. And so, it just does not seem to be the case at the moment. Buzz do work fighting to try and catch up to Sunbeam, but with Sunbeam almost 2 seconds ahead, it's gonna be close. It's gonna be very, very close. Sunbeam on the fresher mediums in clean air, so I find it hard to believe that Buzz do work will gain enough time on Sunbeam to overtake him. So it looks like after this race, Sunbeam will move ahead of Buzz do work, barring catastrophe. I say that all the time, especially with Buzz do work's time penalty, and as well for a Sergeant. 3 seconds puts him out of pretty much out of realistic range for Sunbeam. Chester 9 seconds behind of Buzz Do Work, really 6 seconds. So 6 seconds over the course of 9 laps is very, very doable. He will need to really get a move on the freshest mediums apart from Sunbeam. Oh, excuse me. Killing Toast, very, very close to the car up ahead. Will he make a move? Just not enough battery. Could have sent it, choosing not to, choosing to play it a little safe. Eastwind with more battery than him, and so um, in a better position to defend, and is looking to maybe overtake Habibi. And yeah, as it stands, the Williams will also very likely maintain their lead of the no, not the lead. Hold on. I should have had it up on my phone so I wouldn't have to click away so much. I don't think I have to click away. I think I can just kind of hover and open it. I don't have the constructors up. Bum. I'm a bum. Constructors. Yes, it is the Williams in the lead. That's what I thought. Okay. So right now the Williams would be extending their lead in the constructors. Killing Toast very, very close to overtaking Habibi up ahead. Will be able to most likely down the pit straight with the help of DRS. Oh, he's making his move now. Not able to make it work, but will be getting DRS and is very, very close. As he pits, Habibi pitting, so easy pickings for Killing Toast. Doesn't have to worry about overtaking anybody. He can just coast. Harvest DRS? No? Okay, I guess not, but Clean Air up ahead of him as Habibi and Eastwind both pit. Free positions for those guys behind Killing Toast and Arwal. Oh, Sunbeam is kind of chasing him down. There's only 8 seconds with what is 8 laps to go. 7.5 laps to go. He is hunting. He's like a starving lion in the savannah. Absolutely just hungry for success here. Buzz Do Work also trying to overtake A Sergeant ahead of him to get as close as he can to Sunbeam and not lose out on as many points. Chester seems to be solidified in 5th. Lily in points, but having to defend Cam behind him. Well, Cam has a 3-second time penalty, so not really. Lily not really in danger from him as Buzz Do Work overtaking A Sergeant. Oh, man, dude. Yeah, I don't think I'm ever eating Highway 55 again. That was awful. It still is awful. I'm still feeling it, I think. Sunbeam only 7 seconds behind a Viper Assassin. I don't think he has the time. I don't think he has the pace. Because it's not just, you know, getting close to Viper Assassin. It's getting close to him and passing him. So I don't think it's gonna happen. Cam very, very close to Limerence here. Can Limerence continue to defend his position? There are a lot of cars behind that are hungry for Lily's position. Cam with 3-second time penalty, but Habibi's very close to them, and Eastwind not too far back of them. All hunting for that 10th place position, as Habibi making it up into 9th. Double overtake. Maybe a little bit of teamwork play there. I guess I just didn't get a good angle to see what exactly happened there, but now Lily in 10th, defending for Habibi from Cam. Cam just kind of slowing down the people behind of him that would actually be able to hold that position over Lily, because Cam with a 3-second time penalty, Eastwind not with the time penalty, and so Cam just kind of really screwing over Eastwind. Eastwind needing to get ahead of him, as he does get ahead of him as soon as possible, just as I was about to say. So now Eastwind directly in hunt mode. Lily needs to watch out for Eastwind behind, as Eastwind overtaking him does result in a position change. Now with DRS looking very, very easy for Eastwind here, as he has more battery than Lily. Lily just not able to battery save as well as Eastwind, it seems like. Now A Sergeant the next battle between Buzz do work. Cheesy Mr. Chester just not making up enough time to gain positions with the help of those time penalties that A Sergeant and Buzz do work have ahead of him. But pretty much just kind of solidified in fifth. As long as he just kind of keeps it smooth, keeps it rolling, just consistent. Consistent is the key. Sunbeam 6.5 seconds behind of Viper Assassin. Red Chester 3 second time penalty now. That what are we doing, man? You need to stay consistent. Now you have to be a little worried. Not that worried, but just a little worried. If Benny starts catching you a little faster, then you are really in a danger of hurt. But I think he'll be fine. Um, I don't know. Kind of a crossover point for the tires, so gonna have to wait and see what happens there. But there are 4 laps to go in this race, and Sunbeam is gonna have to make up more than a second per lap, and so I don't think it'll happen. I really do not think this will happen, as the hards are not even that used. Um, so yeah, it looks like Viper Assassin kind of running away with this race win. Sunbeam in second, Buzz Duberk in third, and if he can continue to defend his position, will not lose out too many points in the World Drivers' Championship. But the Aston Martin team definitely will uh, be a little disappointed with this race result. Um, you know what? But Buzz did get 7 points in the sprint race, so maybe if he finishes just behind of Sunbeam, I think he would extend his lead by like 1 or 2 points. I'm not 100% sure. But he has now been overtaken by a Sergeant. This is looking rough for Buzz do work. He is going to want to have to, oh, I don't think he's got it. I don't think his tires have it in them to continue to fight here. No, I think it's over for Buzz do work. He's going to be solidified into 4th place, I think. What is the tire difference? Yeah, it's same tires, just not able to have the same race pace as A Sergeant ahead of him. So it really looks like from 1st down to 10th, all the points positions pretty much most likely will stand as they are at the moment, with like 10 minutes left for me. So I think I should be able to finish this race. Henry Charles pitting. Interesting. Maybe taking damage? I don't know. Maybe really used up tires? Nope, not really. So I don't know what's going on there. Oh, Buzz. Yeah, no. Buzz do work just not able to make up enough time on A Sergeant ahead of him. Oh, Viper Assassin. 20 laps left. 3. 2.5. 2 3/4. I mean, yeah, just kind of just bring it in, and he'll be fine for a race win. I guess I can look at, again, pausing it again. I don't know where he's at though. I don't know who he is on this website. Viper Assassin. Is he new to this league? Am I just not in the know? I don't know. I don't know. Eastwind and Narwhal, the only battle going on track now. But with 2 laps to go, I mean, I don't really see much happening. So, actually, Eastwind may have a free overtake here to get into 9th place, as he has slightly fresh softs compared to very, very old hards. And so if he's able to just kind of pick his opportunity, he doesn't need to get ahead of him as soon as possible. It's just, let the DRS do its work, and then, you'll have better traction on the corners, and so you can probably just get away from him very, very quickly. Good bit of defending there from the Ferrari, making good use of his singular defensive move, and then Eastwind trying to take advantage of the better grip from the soft tires, going farther inside in that corner to kind of save time and really push the limits of those soft tires. But he should have a free overtake here with slightly more battery than Narwhal ahead of him. Narwhal swerving a little bit to break that slipstream, but I think Eastwind is just going to have more than enough traction to make this move, and so let's see if we can get it clean through here. Yes, Eastwind able to overtake Narwhal through the turn 1, turn 2 chicane, and then kind of hold it into turn 3 as Narwhal kind of going wide and losing control. Maybe. Will he give enough room for Lily behind him to catch up? Not really. It does not seem like. But out of the battle with Eastwind. And so, no battles. No battles to be had. All right. Last lap. Really pushing the limits of the time that I have here. Um, I mean, that's kind of it for the race. Not much more to go on. I feel so sleepy, man. But yeah. Last turn here, Viper Assassin coming across the finish line for the race win here at Barcelona, Spain. Race winner, Viper Assassin 30, Sunbeam, couple seconds behind him. Oh, I'm sorry. Sunbeam in second, A Sergeant third, Buzz to Work likely losing out maybe on a point or two to Sunbeam of the Williams. Sunbeam may now be the world driver leader after that race, or after this race. Um, Chester finishing in fifth. Congrats, Mr. Chester. Love to see an FSR member doing well in a race. Lily not quite making it into points, but valiant effort from you, Lily. Uh, I see the improvement, man. I see the improvements. Habibi will cross in eighth. Um, Eastwind should cross in ninth. Oh, look at that! Look at that view. Isn't that beautiful? Isn't that beautiful? Narwhal in 10th. Lily 11th. Cam 12th. Only one DNF, so not too shabby. Not too shabby. Oh, Big X the plug just came on through my playlist. Oh, lordy lord. Safe to say I'm the biggest, the largest. You know what I mean? Regardless. But yeah, that will do it for your race here in Spain. I need to go ahead and I'll grab this for you. So the game given Buzz to Work Driver of the Day. Um, hmm, you know what? FSR biased. I don't care. Your commentators. Oh wait, he kind of did set the fastest lap though. I guess I have to give it to Buzzy Work. I was gonna say give it to Chester, but I mean with that fast of a lap in the race, I mean come on. But that does it for this Scrub Racing Tier 1 race in Barcelona, Spain. I hope you enjoyed it. I enjoyed it moderately. Wasn't the most exciting race, but also a little bit of carnage that kind of bumps that down a little bit. But I have been the Fridge Gamer. You guys have been a pleasure to watch, pleasure to be in the stream. So thank you so much. I appreciate it, and go watch me stream on my channel. Commentate for PTRL. Thank you so much. I gotta get a move on.